Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our Integrated Studies class. Today's topic, family tree. Objectives. Today you will learn what is a family tree. You will also learn about first, second, and third generation. You will also create your own family tree. What is a family tree? A family tree shows different generations of people. A family tree shows different generations of people. For example, here is a family tree. We have the grandparents at the top, then our parents, and then ourselves and our siblings. So a family tree shows different generations of people. Now you are going to take out your Carlong Primary Integrated Studies, My Family and My Home workbook, and you are going to turn to page 25. Now on page 25, you will see a picture of Lisa's family tree. So here is Lisa's family tree. The first generation is Lisa's grandparents. The first generation is Lisa's grandparents. So Lisa's grandparents is her first generation. Now your grandparent is your blank generation. Your grandparents is your blank generation. Is it your first generation or is it your second? Very good. Your grandparents is your first generation. The second generation is Lisa's parents. The second generation is Lisa's parents. Your parents is your second generation. So your parents is your second generation. The third generation is Lisa, her brother, and her sister. The third generation is Lisa, her brother, and her sister. Now your third generation is yourself, your brother or your brothers, and your sister or sisters. So your third generation is yourself, your brother or brothers, and sisters. Now, another word for brothers and sisters is siblings. Another name for brothers and sisters is siblings. Now, siblings begins with the letter S, and it also ends with the letter S. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters in the word siblings. 8 letters make up the word siblings. All right, let us spell it. S-I-B-L-I-N-G-S, siblings. S-I-B-L-I-N-G-S says siblings. Siblings is another name for brothers and sisters. Now, A. Who are the persons you read about? Who are the persons you read about? Very good. Lisa's grandparents, Lisa's parents, and her brother and sister. So the persons you read about, they are Lisa's grandparents, Lisa's parents, and her brother and sister. We're still on page 25. So 25A, who are the persons you read about? The persons are Lisa's grandparents, Lisa's parents, and her brother and sister. B, how many generations are in Lisa's family? How many generations are in Lisa's family? If you said 3, then you are correct. There are 3 generations in Lisa's family. C, who makes up the second generation in Lisa's family? Who makes up the second generation in Lisa's family? If you said Lisa's parents, then you are correct. Lisa's parents makes up the second generation. Now, you're going to turn to page 26. Number 3, look at Lisa's family tree and answer the questions in sentences. So A, let's look at the family tree together. On my left, we have Ben King and Rosa King. Now, Ben King and Rosa King, they are Carol's father and mother. Do you see that? Right here. Here is Ben King and here is Rosa King. Now, their child is Carol. So Carol's parents is Ben King and Rosa King. Now, Carol's husband is Ted. Carol's husband is Ted. Now, Ted's parents are Tony Ball and Mavis Ball. Ted's parents are Tony Ball and Mavis Ball. Now, Ted and Carol, they are husband and wife. Together they have Lisa, Rory, and Zoe. So Carol and Ted are proud parents of Lisa, Rory, and Zoe. Now A, who are Carol's parents? So here is Carol. In order to find out who her parents are, you have to look above. So is it Ben King and Rosa King, or is it Tony Ball and Mavis Ball? So write the correct answer on the lines provided at A. B, how are Ted and Mavis related? Here is Ted and here is Mavis. How are they related? Is Mavis Ted's mother or is Mavis Ted's sister? Write the correct answer at B. How many grandparents does Zoe have? How many grandparents does Zoe have? Here is Zoe. Does she have 1, 2, or does she have 1, 2, 3, 4 grandparents? So remember, the grandparents are at the top, then the parents second, then the children third. So here is Zoe. How many grandparents does she have? Is it 4 grandparents or is it 2 grandparents? D. How many male grandchildren does Ben have? How many male grandchildren does Ben have? Here is Ben, and here are the grandchildren, Lisa, Rory, and Zoe. How many are male? Is it 1 or is it 3? Write the correct answer on the lines provided at D. Now, extended learning activity. You are going to complete page 28 in your primary integrated studies, my family and my home. Here is what page 28 looks like. Below is a blank family tree. Use it to show your 4 generations family tree for your mother and your father. A, write the first name of each family member. So right here, you're going to write in your great grandfather's name, first name, great grandmother's first name. This is on your father's side. Then you're going to write your grandfather, grandmother, and your father's name. Right above me, you write your own name. On the right, you write your mother's first name, your mother's father, his name, your grandmother's name, that's on your mother's side, great grandmother, great grandfather. All right, so that's it for today. Be sure to send in a copy of your work.